I forgot that sound was coming out of my headphones and my headphones weren't on.
Ah, well, that will do it.
So, yeah, I was sitting here, standing here, or I should say standing here, just waiting. It's like, man, where's Laz? He's late. What's going on?
Yeah,
And
and
then,
I'm going, man. See it just a second ago. He just said he was back. And
yeah,
you cut it close some days. Even worse than I am sometimes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you mean, Jack. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, sorry I missed the intro.
Yeah.
It's bad on my part.
You want me to run it again so that you
Nah,
can get it on this time?
nah. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I am a natural blonde, if I had hair.
You had hair. That's right. That's right. I'll tell you.
Now let's see. I know one of our topics. Welcome to the show, Zeke. Sorry, I missed the intro.
No worries, man. No worries. One of the topics.
Yeah, one of the topics today is home decorations and things that are in the add-on store.
Ah, yes, absolutely. Some new statues out there that the good folks can buy. And Casey Cupcakes.
And
Hello
those
there,
statues
KP.
has been described as quote-unquote boss, which breaks my immersion.
A statue would break your immersion.
No, the statue's fine. He's describing them as boss.
Oh, well, who described them as boss?
I was just going to ask the same question.
You didn't see the post by one of the biggest immersion complainers ever? Baron Drogus Fondalucas?
Oh no! See, this is what happens when you only read certain parts of the forums. You get to ignore all the silly stuff.
Who wants to take a peek?
So, I actually have the pictures of all 6 statues up on my screen right now.
I do not. So I'll have to get them up there.
Here, I'll even send you a link.
No, I've got the tab right.
Okay, yeah.
I actually did prepare today and get certain sites loaded up so that I didn't have to go searching for them for once.
Yeah, if I did that, I don't know where I'd end up.
I don't know, man. The world's starting to come to an end here.
I know, it's like,
It's actually preparing for but there
yeah,
they are, the new lovely statues.
Now, one of the things that I would like to see for the humanoid monsters is not to have that hunchback look. If you notice, both
Been pointing that out, yes.
the satyr and the guy on the far right, what is he? Kobold. Both of them are like, "Arr!" And it's like they're hunched over. It's like, whereas the zombie is actually standing tall and erect. It's like, ah!
Got that.
So, yeah, I don't know if, I mean, it's just something that when you pay attention and you start looking at trends, it's like, yeah, they might have all those thick neck muscles and everything, but that doesn't mean that they have to be like hunched over like me. I guess it's what happens when you sit too much in front of a computer. That's what they're doing. They're like,
Isn't that how you know something is a monster, though? Whether it's kind of hunchback or not?
oh, well, I mean, not everything is the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Weren't the kobolds responsible for all the technological advances we have in this?
Yes, they are. They are the ones that are responsible for all the electricity and the cannon in game, although it's not functioning yet.
So maybe they're all hunchbacked from working too damn hard.
But the satyrs are slave drivers, so I don't know why they would be hunchbacked.
Well, when you say that, the zombie looked like he's bent the other way. You really want to look at it. That zombie's chest sticks out in a curve that,
He's puffing up his chest.
yeah, he's reversed the,
He's bending over backwards.
yeah. But Yes, a bunch of new, nice, new, pretty statues for folks. And these are all
But yeah, but just looking at them, like the larger pictures that are on the add-on store, I do like the actual detail that you can see in the pseudo concrete or granite that they're carved. It looks like concrete that they're carved out of or cast out of.
It's got the nice texture to it. You know, it looks like it's actually carved.
Now, you can get them for $20 each, so that would be a grand total of $120, or you can always buy the 6-pack at the special discount right now of $100.
6-pack, baby. Well, anybody who's a collector and you like to buy things through the add-on store, the 6-packs or the multi-packs are usually always your best deal.
Absolutely. And I don't know about you, but I've spent way too much money on the add-on store.
Yeah, well, I can scroll through my goddess, and yeah, it's pretty full.
I have not spent anywhere near enough on the add-on store.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick scroll through the add-on store.
I'm thankfully on my account that doesn't have much.
You'll see a lot of 6-packs.
Yeah. Let's see. There was something I was going to complain about, but I forgot what it was. One of the things that I'd like to see them do is actually have expiration dates on more of these items that have been on sale forever and a day. Because I just realized that all of the trees are actually on, the 6-packs are on sale for 50% off, so they're all $5 each right now.
Yeah, well, that just tells us these days that they're going to be around a while.
Yeah, but it's one where it's like, you know what? What's the purpose of a sale if they're forever on sale?
Well, with the upcoming expirations for other explore the or 25 days left for the expirations, and these expirations are price expirations. These are not item expirations.
Yeah, but like when you start like actually going through and looking at the add-on store expiration, the sale expirations, it's the ones that ended on November 2nd were the Battle Banner, the Tower Village Home, the Tower Town Home, the Druid Town Home, the Airship, Row Lot Property Deeds, Village Lot Property Deeds, City and Town Property Deeds. But that is stuff that was on sale for 2 years, other than the Battle Banner.
The Battle Banner and Airship went off sale very quick.
Yeah, well, yeah, compared to everything else on the add-on store, yes, they went off sale very quickly. Now, I wonder if the way that they're actually calculating the sale price is, you know what, we're going to sell a certain number of these items, and until we have sold that number of these items, it's going to remain on sale. Then we're going to adjust the price.
Quite possible. I'm sure we can always get an answer to that question one of these days for the folks.
I was about to say, if I can remember, I'll ask for you.
Well, we don't want all the secrets out of Portalarium. I mean, we do want some mystical things that way we can bitch and complain.
I want all the ham.
Yes. Now,
if people didn't have anything to make fun now, if everything was perfect?
Yes, if I didn't get to read a bunch of complaints every day on the forums, it wouldn't be any fun at all.
Hey, I don't read complaints all day long because I don't pay attention to the official forums, because there are certain people that I find to be extremely frustrating because they tend to post multiple times in the same thread and don't let anybody else post or have their voices heard.
or and post on every single thread they can get their hands
Yes.
on as well. Yeah. We don't
And
know who we're talking about here.
I have no idea. Now, what I think is really funny is the Obsidian Tower Village Home and the Town Home have actually gone through 2 price increases. So it was originally on sale for like $60 and $80. Then it jumped up to $120 and $170. And then in January it jumps up to $200 and $300.
Respectively, that's right. Is yeah, something that's generating some revenue for the game's production.
Yeah. It must be, but at the same time, it's like, that seems like an excessive price increase, though, from 170 to 300 when it was originally on sale for $80.
Incentive to buy
I know.
early. Hey, come on, are you going to complain? We bought early. I mean,
Yes,
I bought it at the low price. So.
but I only bought one of each. But I only bought one of each. And I've had
Well,
3 or
that's still
4.
good.
Yeah, but I don't have $120 or $170.
I don't ever plan on living in one of those towers. I'm going to be having myself. I'm going to be living on a nice beach, location. We'll have the studios, of course. Hopefully here in the same location, but we'll have the studio set up. And heck, I've got houses throughout the lands. Where do I live? Right here in this damn seats.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't need no stinking house. I got the studio to hang out in.
I don't need a house because I don't do anything. Like the streaming I'm supposed to be doing in the evening.
Yeah. Where I can store some of my goods, and when I'm out hunting and all that good stuff, adventuring with the good folks, I got
Yes.
place to drop my fish in a chest so I can.
Now, so one of the things that we did hear yesterday was the fact that you could actually, since I'm looking at the add-on store right now, and the Darkstone spiked castle walls, we have complained about the price of them multiple times. But what I was going to ask a question, because one of the things that they did say during the last dev hangout was that you'll be able to build them out of granite blocks.
Very, very.
Now,
Good.
which means it will be a different color than the ones that were purchased from the store. But will we be able to build just the normal colored? It's a lighter gray color that comes with the pledge reward for the Duke and the Lord of the Manor. Those castle walls, or will we be able to build and construct the spiked castle walls?
Now I saw some where they were going to offer up, and I'm not quite sure. Man, we got to find some way to cover up here and like give us an awning while we're sitting out here when this crap happens. We need umbrellas, is what we need.
Yeah, we do.
We're out here in the woods, we can just pop up our umbrella and continue on.
Well, there is an add-on or a store where you can go and you can purchase your awnings. So, but then you would just have to place them. But then we end up with weird camera angles.
Well, I was thinking I actually went and bought them. Have all the awnings available. Chicken George, how you doing, Chicken George?
Yes, I do not know Chicken George.
Just noticed him starting to hang around.
Okay, and he is with the Italian Knights. Italians Knights. So that is a guild I'm unfamiliar with. So
I actually bought the awnings. I'm just gonna have to sit down, redecorate with an awning there, and then be able to pick the awning up and put it back down on demand. I'm gonna look at that. But anyway, moving on. The wall. It was good to hear that. There was a couple other things that they stated about doubling up on the vendors is going to be another nice thing for folks out there.
Yeah, it's
Computers will actually be able to hold twice as much inventory for those people asking about that.
yeah.
But I could have sworn I read someplace that they were to the kits. They were going to make it available shortly down the line. I don't know exactly where I saw that. I'll have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to go back and reanalyze what's going on with those kits. But I think it's funny that Chicken George doesn't know that we actually do a show that he can listen to in-game on Radio Free Britannia. I know, I saw that. And then also we are on nbnn.info, twitch.tv, or on YouTube. We're all of those places all at the same time. And we do this every single day, Monday through Friday, noon, New Britannia time, or Central Standard Time. Almost every single day. Yeah, we do take the occasional day off.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. That reminds me, we got to talk about the holiday schedule afterwards today. See how
I'll be on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be in town and working.
Yeah.
Going to see the family up
Yeah.
there, you know.
Yeah, Casey can take my seat.
We do lunch with cupcakes.
Yes.
Lunch with cupcakes. Oh, we can do a show like that, can't we?
Oh, absolutely. As long as he provides the cupcakes, I'm there. I'll fly back just for the cupcakes.
Actually, those who are decorating tomorrow, Thursday, will be enjoying some delicious treats.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Don't forget, if you are in the Austin area tomorrow, we are going to be decorating the Portalarium offices, and we're going to be showing some local support for our developers, as well as give them some holiday cheer around the office. So remember, it is going to be something that is non-religious backed. Yeah. No religion is going to be trumping all the others. So I think we're going to. Yeah, it's a Hanukkah bush. It is a Festivus pole.
Festivus pole, right?
Yes, and we're going to have the airing of grievance.
Please contact me beforehand, though. That's KACEY, because it is going to be a lockdown day, and they're going to be pretty busy, and so we need to try to rein in the numbers.
Oh, yes. Please contact Casey on the forums by messaging him saying that you are going to show up there. No, we're not going to be... well, we do not have the developers on the air right now. Last week we did have Lord British in the studio and in TeamSpeak, which was awesome. But no one's here today, and I don't even know if any developers are online right now. So, Chicken George has a question about decorations.
I told him he can ask. We may know the answer. But,
Yeah, we probably do.
What's up, George?
to the
I think that was Bob Cooksey, and then it was followed up by Andy Cortez.
What was the question?
I think he's like, it's just one of those things where we've got problems with row houses, and yeah, that's something that they know about and that they're tweaking all the time. But if you fill out a bug report,
that they were originally not slated to be in the game. Row houses were added later.
oh yeah,
Yeah, something I just found out recently. I just assumed that row houses were part of the whole kit.
No, they came out about 3 months after.
Yeah, that's what I found out.
Well, what's the problem with row houses? This is
well, the staircases inside of row houses are sometimes a little bit awkward. I know that's a bug that Andy Cortez has worked on a couple of times, to where you'd get stuck on staircases, but he's talking about the fact that depending on what floor you're going up, it's not one continuous staircase, that there's a break in these staircases, and so there's two separate staircases.
Right.
So that's something where it's like, okay, they went from a 2-story row house and then they made a 3-story one, but instead of like just continuing the staircase, they separated it out.
By floor.
Yeah. So it's one where that's where you end up with 2 staircases within the house. So, and that way they could also vary the floor plan a little bit. If you start...
Ever since R10, there has been bug staircases, even in keeps. I mean, sometimes you'll start running up it and you'll get stuck halfway up it.
Oh, yeah.
The invisible stairwall, yes.
Yes.
We're well aware of it.
Oh yeah, that's something that they're constantly working on. That's where it's like they go back, and as long as you just post a bug report in the forums, then they can actually address it. And especially if you provide a possible suggestion on how to fix it.
Now, Chicken George apparently has been doing his homework, because he says the problem is there is 30% of space eaten up by the staircases. So he's paying attention to the space that's being used up by the actual double staircase instead of a
and so it's
staircase all the way up.
Yeah, it's definitely not a very efficient design for the row houses, and so that is something where you really have to make that post on the official forums under a bug report, and then just say, or in game suggestions, so that way other people can also see it and comment on it.
Yes,
and
George Moore says he's already made that post.
Yeah, so I've got too many tabs open to know where I'm going.
Is that, of course, you can't just have an empty row house lot and
turn it into farmland.
Turn it into farmland. Even though we don't have that yet, a lot with a decoration, sort of maybe what I did. They want to put a chair and a chest and a couple of plants and just have a lot. You can't. That's annoyed quite a bit of people, and I don't think we're going to see any change at any time in the near future, if ever.
I think we need end tables or coffee table stands.
End tables and coffee table stands. Do tell.
Well, just so, they're at the studio, we could have a coffee table in front of the seats and have things on it.
Well, I need an ottoman.
Now, we need a couple lazy boys over there. So we need
that too.
6 lazy boys that we can kick back.
But I need my lazy boy with the toilet in the middle of it. So that way I never have to move.
Like the one you have at home?
I don't have a lazy boy at home. So Casey, when are you going to come over to my house?
I told you I would come as soon as you left town.
Okay, as soon as I left town.
he wants to live there while you're in Hawaii. Get away from the wife for a little while.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Oh God, no! She would hunt me down and murder me inside your home.
I bet she would. Jack, come home to the Austin cupcake mess.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, that just means that while he's staying here, even if he does get murdered, he would put things in my refrigerator.
And probably clean up too.
Probably. I was going to.
What are you going to clean up?
Yeah, you haven't.
Yeah. Decorating is
kitchen for the semi-public use to make things for the folks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
To rustic, but if rustic's baking, I'd probably be baking along with it. So I guess we both have to crash your kitchen.
So does rustic not have a kitchen?
Well, he does.
It's just that Jack's is empty and has plenty of room to move around in.
Oh,
Sort of that.
absolutely.
He's in a roommate situation at the moment. But I won't answer any question.
Yeah, no. That's yeah. I got you. I understand that. Lived in many roommate situations.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see. What else do we have today? We do have our stand-up corner to where we can talk about that.
How about the stand-up corner? What do we got there? Anything new on the stand-up front?
Well, I think Andy Cortez is back in the office, so he gets to go back to work. He was on vacation for a few days, and so he's going to be working on Resolute. Bob is working on the War Guild plaque. Now, I don't know why there needs to be a War Guild plaque, so, or even what that is.
It's like a guild stone, or you would use the stones to declare war. You'd use a plaque. I don't know. Speculation here.
Yeah.
Across the board on our parts.
Yeah, so I don't know what that War Guild plaque is, so I'm kind of confused by that. Jeff Mellon's working on Demons and Dies still. Kevin is working on more fur and wreath, so hopefully we do get away from our pleather cows. More fur and a wreath. So, and I do know that Sienna Thorne was challenged by me to make the Corpian wreath for the Portalarium offices, and so maybe if she does make that Corpian wreath, that it does end up in game.
Well, problem is we never received the first part of that challenge, which means that they would provide funds, and then we would create the wreath with their funds.
I didn't hear that.
Hey, you didn't see the text I received earlier.
So see the chat. Hey, Twerk 1979 is out there with us.
Hello,
So
Torque.
Twerk is our German friend and streamer over in Germany.
Let's see.
He may be coming in to even actually talk to us here in TeamSpeak.
So earlier today, I received a text message from Sienna Thorne that says, "Damn it, I really want to make a Corpian wreath." So she wants to make it. So her problem is timing right now. So she's running low on time.
I'll look at doing it while I'm making all kinds of various other goodies tonight.
You don't have to make the Corpian wreath. Just get the supplies
I'll do it.
to Sienna.
Say that she did.
Okay, so yeah.
Now, what are you guys gonna do? Are you guys just gonna go out and hunt down some Corpians out in the wilderness there in Texas, or?
Oh, it's cold. It's gonna be hard to find them. And the one that stung me is already dead and flushed. So
I don't know. Just say he usually finds them behind his curtains.
Yeah, behind my green screen. That was pretty cool. Okay. So I moved the green screen.
Come over there, apparently.
Yeah, they're in the house. I mean, I don't even have to go very far.
Yeah, I mean.
And that's probably where Casey was stung as well, is inside his house.
yep, in the restroom. It's awesome.
Yeah. I think the Scorpion was trying to tell you that it laid claim to the toilet first. But let's go back to the stand-up corner. I forgot where I was at. So let's see. Demon runs and troll combat and engage opponent skill. So Matt Schmitz is working on some of that. Scott Jones is working on the Hilt Fortress interior, guild icons, and release 25 tasks. Brandon Cotton is working on dyes and agriculture. Dan is working on North Brightbone wood spawning. Finn's creature resurrection and water camera. So both of those things are new. The creature resurrection is probably going to be the skeleton resurrection. So where the new feature that's going to be coming in release 25 is that skeletons will have to have a skeleton mage or a lich present in order to resurrect the dead skeleton. But if you use Banish Undead, it kills them permanently. Gina is working on NPCs. Richard Mady is working on North Verdantis planning and reflection probes. Oh, that's a little interesting. What's he going to what kind of probing is he going to do with reflections? Steve is working on what kind of innuendos can we... I know, probes. Yes. Steve Saldivar is high priority release 25 tasks and airy slums. I like the fact that he's calling a portion of the town these slums.
I like that. You don't
Yeah.
know how much I like hearing that.
Because how am I going to be a slumlord if there's no slums in games?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. I want to be a slumlord. Then we can have the slumlord millionaire. Okay, then Eric is working on taming and pet resurrection bugs and charms. Justin is mostly bugs and weather. So eventually, after it stops raining completely, since we do have some light precipitation still and the sky is still overcast, we cannot see our stars out there. And look at that. Is that I think that's the sun. Let's see. Then Tassilo Philip is working on the account page refactor. Just remember, your account page has been recently upgraded and changed significantly. Now everything is tab-based, so it's actually a lot cooler.
Yeah, so when you first go in and you think you might have had something in there and you see it's completely blank, just remember, don't freak out, click a tab.
Yes, click a tab. Our QA guys... Yes, a lot easier to navigate, a little bit more modern of an interface. James is working on the sanity report and regression tests. Michael Dameron is working on customer service, and Reese Romero is Unity setup and regression tests and sanity testing and forums. The funny thing is, yes, go for it. Go for it.
I was just going to say, thanks to Michael, another successful trip through Portalarium support this past week for me. Just wanted to give a shout out to him for the excellent customer service work that he does. Service guys don't get enough praise out there, and people don't realize that the rest of the machine will not run without this customer service folks there. So
yes, thank you, Michael. Yeah. I was going to say this. The funny thing about Jira, the other day there was a complaint about Richard Garriott essentially just playing the game all the time and not doing much of anything. Is that he actually approves every single scene and he has to playtest every single scene and idea. So he does do a lot of that, and so you've got the discussions. I mean, he's management. He's not supposed to be the guy doing all the programming. But
people understand either.
And he bug reports.
Bug reports left and right.
Has that vision. The only way that they're going to be able to put their seal of approval on it is to get in there and stress it and run it themselves and see if it to the designers. He sits there, and we know. We've had many conversations with him where he goes, "Hold on, I got to write a Jira. Well, hold on, I got to send this to so and so. Hold on, I got to note that."
Yeah, I'm writing down notes of what actually happened during this testing session.
Yeah,
and
it's amazing the amount of time he puts in. And play testing is actual work, man. This isn't just, we're out there grinding and having fun like we sit here and TeamSpeak and talk to each other. He's out there busting it just to make sure everything is up to snuff.
Yeah, so
if he wasn't doing it, it'd be one more person they'd have to hire and spend money on to be doing it.
Oh yeah, according to Starr, in the office, the number 2 person to fill out Jira tickets is actually Richard, where he's documenting bugs. Number 1 is, I think it was Michael Dameron or James Corsair. So one of those two guys is number one. I think it was Michael, not James, but I could be wrong. It could have been James. I'm sure that if they're listening to this, they will correct me next time I'm in the office, aka Thursday, to tell me that James is the most James or Michael is the most prolific documenter of bugs in the game, and then second up to that is actually Richard Garriott with every single thing, that his thoughts and feelings on every little tidbit of what's going on in the game. So those guys are actually doing a great job. Then our big boys group, Chris Beers, he broke Perforce and he fixed it, and he's trying to clean it up, and they have a meeting. Dallas is general business and leads meeting. Michael Hutchison is agricultural crafting assets and leads meeting and Q1 planning and weather. Richard leads meeting and Jira doctoring. So yes. That's right. Rick Holtrop, network IT and world building tasks, and Hilt and Nightshade Pass pipeline and Steam policy. So I don't know how that's going to change. Starlong's doing stand-up direction and lockdown direction and Q1 planning. So remember, tomorrow is supposed to be lockdown day. That means that all of the features that are going to make it into release 25 are supposed to be locked down, and then after that they're just supposed to be catching bugs and making sure that the game runs, so that way next Thursday when they release 25 that we are able to actually play the game. Yes. So
of course, they stopped doing that when they had a release where they tried to rush past the lockdown point. They learned their lesson, and they now really stick to that rule of the Thursday before release is lockdown. No new additions get snuck in during that week. They lock everything down. We usually see a test release that Friday night, to blow it out and give it a run through for the weekend. And by Monday, we have a good idea what's coming out for next Thursday.
And lockdown cuts down on overtime as well.
Does a lot of things, and a lot of folks, again, they're here to play a game. I know may not be interested in a lot of stuff we talk about, but it's good to know that the information's out there, and sometimes you may want to know a little bit more in depth. Yeah. At least it does to me. That's why we do this.
Oh yeah, I mean, just the commentary just gives us time and to actually digest what's going on in the world and try to figure out what the direction really is and how close they are to really becoming going gold. So they still have lots of work to do, but we're seeing lots of work being done.
How you doing, Enigma? He just came by and waved.
Running
off down the street. Enigma Wins is also another
one of the streamers.
Another stream, and he does some walkthroughs as well every once in a while.
Yep, when the Mad Hermit doesn't get his hat quest done, Enigma Wins will have it out as well.
Now, speaking of the Hermit, I know his footstep designer was supposedly added in. Chris cued us into that a while back. And I haven't noticed any change really in the that we hear.
I'll let you in on a little secret. That footsteps button in the audio options, I always turn it off because I don't need to hear my own footsteps. So so I don't need to hear crunch, 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 crunch all over the place. Yeah, but the fact that I do know that it did the Mad Hermit's footsteps Unity asset did make it to the front page of Unity's asset store the other day. So,
matter of fact, it did.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct there, and I want to congratulate him on that feat. But he hasn't been doing a lot of videos, but I'm dying to see it in action in the game. Is really what I wanted to say there. I can't wait to see how all that affects us when we're in dungeons of approaching monsters' footsteps, because it's not going to be just yours. You're going to be able to hear from what I understand that are coming, and if you have the sound set correctly, you'll be able to tell from what direction.
So the directional audio support will actually be in game as well. It already kind of is. If you're like listening to the radio and you pan around, you could actually catch the directional audio if you move towards the periphery of the range. Yeah.
If you rotate yourself around while you're in the proximity of a fountain or some water, you'll notice that also. But looking forward to the footsteps, and hearing that, because again, I do use sounds as a cue, and it's really great to know that it's going to be built into this. Okay, so with the end of...
Now, there are a couple of things that we do need to discuss. One is Hobloth. Hobloth, lifeblood of the hearth. Remember, that is Hobloth, the hearth of Britannia, lifeblood of the hearth. That is going to be in June, the 1st through 5th. You can always go to the website Hobloth or hearthofbritannia.com and then click on the registration. You can already see that there are 14 confirmed guests. There are 86 spots remaining, but don't think of it that way, because there are 48 applicants pending confirmation and or payment. I am one of them. My check was mailed out. We will see when he receives it and actually processes it, and so we can actually see that some people are actually returning to Hobloth, others are brand new. So the Hearth of Britannia website, it's pretty friggin' awesome. You just have to go to the events page. So, and then from there you can always watch the little training video that's in the background. I don't know if you ever watched Ultima, the early Ultima stuff, where there was a little video where what was going on in the game, and you're sitting at the computer getting sucked in, things like that. So it's a little homage to that. So this is the videos taken from previous Hobloths, and also includes Starr Long.
Yes,
so there, yes, Starr Long in his training program, along with Rustic Dragon's training program. So it's actually really cool what they did there. I actually just like watching the video.
A list of guests, so we got some more confirmed guests here. Sir Edward Vitralis, Loney Lloyd, Lauren Lancelot.
Yes. So don't forget the important part of the Hobloth is that it borders the Ultima world and the Shroud of the Avatar world, in the sense that you end up with personas being from both worlds. And this year, since it does take place in Richard's property in Austin, which is called Castleton, which is 65 acres down on Town Lake, you end up with lots and lots of like small buildings, lots of events that actually happen, people running around doing silly stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. But if you ever wanted to meet Richard Garriott, Starr Long, David Watson, who is the original YOLO, he's the guy that wrote one of my favorite game songs, which is Stones. Yes. So there will be some other special guests. At previous Hobloths, there were the several members of the original Ultima design team that actually did show up, including the companions of the Avatar as well. So
there's like Sir Cat's a Cat's Lair. Things like
yes.
And I like how Rustic has his profile picture as his Lego persona.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love this shit.
And Rustic is currently working on the website, so it should be up and running for the quest framework and submitting your own quests. So this time, The funny thing is, Rustic actually described to me one of the quests that they did at the previous Hoblots, and so he was talking about like doing the quest of the virtues and the quest of the anti-virtues. So he had the quest of sloth. So during the quest of sloth, this is really funny. Yeah.
I hear it coming.
Okay, so the quest was to take this 5-gallon bucket, go to the lake, fill it up, and bring it back. And almost everybody failed it. So it's like, because it's the quest of sloth, it's like, I'm not going to do that. That's the only way to complete that quest successfully.
It is to sit there with an empty bucket.
It's like, I'm not going to do that. Can we get someone else to do this?
You gotta pay somebody else to go fill your book.
Yeah, so
Preferably, get some of.
and you cut out again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guys, you have a
Preferably
great
to
day.
get
I'm
somebody
out.
else to do it. Free.
Y'all hear me?
You're doing what?
I am out of here. Y'all have a great day.
Okay, thanks for showing up, Zeke.
Take care. Thanks for joining us.
Now, let's see. What other things do we need to talk about? We need to talk about our friend Relics by Rild. If you need to get some Shroud of the Avatar swag, you need to go to relicsbyrild.com. And I'm bringing up that page right now. And look at that. He's got a new pink hat.
User
Oh, does
disconnected
he?
from
Does
your
he have an
channel.
Amber Rain hat? Swag.
Yeah, so the Infinity Cross Grand Tour hat in pink.
User disconnected from your channel.
That's got to be something behind that one. I got to see this.
So it is there.
Oh yes.
So,
That up on screen real quick.
yep. So that is brand new in the store. And if you wanted 10% off of every order, you go ahead and use the discount code NBNN for our friend Rild, and he'll get everything out. And he is pretty much an awesome guy. He does like a little bit of everything. I am not like a certain person on the other side of the screen who actually owns everything from the store. I only own a few items. But I've got more coins than you do.
That's right. I'm catching up though.
You know, try
Okay.
to bring one of those extra ones to this whole decorating thing.
Which one? You wanted an Oracle coin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I only have one of the Chaos and Virtue coins left somehow, but I ended up with 3 Oracle coins still. So, yeah, I'll give it to you one of those if I remember.
I got a couple floating around.
Yeah.
So
Also,
why
we
is
need...
mining so boring? It's supposed to be fun. Work in this game is supposed to be fun.
Well, work is work. And if you're a miner, your work is called mining. It's not supposed to be fun.
Exactly.
I wish they had taken that approach to that answer. It's like, how are you going to make mining not so tedious? It's like, have you ever mined anything in your life? Have you ever dug a hole in the yard?
Well, that was always my comments when people would go, "It's so dark," and I go, "Oh, really? When was the last time you were out hunting bear?
At night?
How much light do you have? Yeah, you know. Yeah, it's supposed to be freaking dark for Ryan.
You don't shine lights on yourself so the bear can see you when you're hunting?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
aren't these the same people that complain about their immersion, though?
Oh, what a
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure about that. So,
My immersion, man. And you know, we do poke, and we will
Yeah.
continue to do so.
always. So, also remember, if you want to buy or sell any Shroud of the Avatar related items, so game items, you can always go to shroudmarketplace.com to look for something. If you have things that you want to sell or services that you want to provide for others, you can always register for becoming a vendor. It is easy. You like I think the coolest feature is the services where it's like, hey, you know what? Laz is offering a wedding package, although I want to see his large package. And not that package, Laz.
Yeah, you've been waiting to try and sell that.
Yeah. So if you have something that you want to divest yourself of, you can always do so on shroudmarketplace.com, and it is free to register.
So I can set up Casey Cupcake's escort services?
That is correct. So you just have to find the escorts, and so if you wanted to run the in-game brothel, I am fine by that.
Epic.
I think that it will be awesome for the in-game cyber sex.
Now, of course, Chicken George Moore says he's trying to start up a furniture store. Setting up, and he says he's got a lot in Port Phoenix. So somebody like Chicken George Moore could actually benefit if he wanted to set up a shop on the Shroud Marketplace, sell his wares there as well.
Yeah.
I do fully expect people to actually have stuff that they crit and craft that they're going to start selling on
Oh, yeah.
in the future.
Absolutely. Just because some of the percentages for crit gear, since they are dropping, since they're moving towards the system where you've got the crafting tables as well as the prosperity tools all influencing the ability to crit success anything that you actually build, it lowers the percentage, which makes the critical success gear actually more valuable.
And then you throw the Obsidian Forge into the mix and everything goes crazy. So.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be awesome.
As I hear it, a critical success on a halberd is next to impossible at the moment, even with Grandmaster.
It will come.
Someone's going to do it.
Somebody will do it. As I was out there fishing last night, because I hear that nobody's got a ring yet. This release is everybody I ask says no, don't know anybody who's gotten a ring. So if anybody knows anyone who's caught a ring this release, to find out whether it's something that they missed a decimal point and the ring is now almost not.
Well, I mean, a lot of people that got the ring in the first place was during the first day, and that was before they actually fine-tuned the algorithm for that.
We were using prosperity stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course I'm using the prosperity stuff. It wouldn't make sense to have it and not use it.
Okay, challenge accepted.
I only did that for 6 months before I realized, well, back then it really didn't work. So it didn't
Casey's going to end up with another ring before me. So, which brings us to that time of the day again. So we need to do the calendar.
So we're already that point of the day. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. That's what I get for looking at the clock. I show up late and I try to take us out early. So today is Wednesday, December 9th. I know, I'm getting ahead of you. You ready for this? Are you ready for the calendar? Let me know when you're ready.
See, it's a big calendar today. It's Wednesday, December 9th here.
Remember, all times are New Britannian time, which is Central Standard Time in the real world. But today, at 4 p.m., you can listen to DJ Goldenwing with Community Appreciation Wednesday. It is where they have 3 hours, so between 4 and 6 p.m., music, poetry, and stories and more, all from the Shroud of the Avatar community. And while you're listening to DJ Goldenwing on Avatars Radio, you can always go over to Wednesday nights in Caer Dracwich, where Bowen Bloodgood is going to be doing impromptu role-playing, boss hunts, gathering, and other nightly adventures. At 6 p.m., if you feel like watching someone stream Shroud of the Avatar, you can watch Nilo Cortex on the Gaming for Adoption channel, or go directly to his page, which is twitch.tv/NiloCortex. At 6 p.m., DJ Protomat takes over the airwaves for Avatars Radio. So he'll be on air between 6 and 8. Yes, squirrel. While listening to that, you can always go to Braemar and go do a dungeon run of Chilblain's Compendium of Pain and Suffering.
God, I haven't been to Braemar in ages.
Me either. So I haven't even seen the new things inside of the dungeon. Although I do know that if you tame one of the animals that are tameable inside of the dungeon, inside of Chilblains, you cannot go past that room. You actually have to kill every single thing. So don't go in there and expect to tame anything. So on Avatar's Radio at between 8 and whenever... 8 to midnight is the Hot Potato DJ. So it's their game where they actually play around and do all kinds of weird things to pass the mic to different DJs. And Wednesdays is Laz's favorite event in-game.
Favorite event.
Yes. So in-game happy hour where you get to spin Striker Sparhawk's gold.
Problem is, I'm always out reporting the news. I don't get to go spend some of Strikers.
It's okay. I don't think a mug really costs that much anyways. Yeah, so...
Got him to get a mug on the wall to Winfield's Crab Shack.
Oh, yes. Definitely need your mug on the wall at Winfield's Crab Shack. And after a YP, we'll actually recreate that mug wall.
Yes.
So it will be there for posterity.
Great to see that when we go live. Now, of course, for all you folks out there, we also have the NBNN Daily Britannian. Something that we do here. We put out over the gaming world, but mostly Shrouded Avatar. And you can get that at NBNN Daily at nbnn.info. Check it out. Catch up on the latest news. If you're not a forum reader, you can get some posts here that will give you the highlights of what's going on around town. So do we got anything else before we gotta wrap it up here for tonight, or you want to go ahead and start taking us out here, Jack?
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for participating. Thank you to Chicken George Moore for showing up in the studio, asking us to go hunting for us, and then realizing that we were live on air, hanging out and actually asking questions about row houses. That gives us something to talk about. Also to the people that were in our streams, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Remember, if you ever wanted to join us in TeamSpeak, you may do so. Just go to nbnn.info and click on the Join Us in TeamSpeak button. Surf on down to the NBNN channels, and we are there almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If we're not at our computers, we probably won't say anything. But if we are here, we will talk to you. That TeamSpeak server is provided to us by our friends over at Bane Gaming. So then after that, thank you for watching. Thank you for follows. Thank you for subscriptions to our YouTube channels. Thank you for visiting nbnn.info. Thank you for everything. And I see George just said that you're welcome in game. Cool. So we caught up. That 30-second delay is awesome. So I'll let you finish it off, Laz. And remember, I am Jack.
That's all we got for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Laz.
And Jack.
And Casey.
And stay tuned. And Casey Cupcakes. Stay tuned to NBNN for more news, sports, entertainment, else we can bring you. And don't forget to go check out Chicken George Moore's
His shop out in Paxlair. Or Port Phoenix, sorry.
Alrighty,
Hey.
folks, we're out of here for today. We'll see you next time. Join us again tomorrow. Live back here on NBNN. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Love you, baby.
Oh, me too.
You love yourself.
Lots.
Okay, that's good. Just don't love yourself on air.
I do, furiously.